Hi everyone, so we're here at the PGA Show 2026 at the ProTee booth. Here with Mike Dixon, top 100 coach. We're going to do a little bit of swings here and kind of show you exactly like what do these numbers mean to you. I'm an amateur golfer, I don't know if you know that or not, but everyone who is amateur gets all this data, and really it's hard to understand what's important. This launch monitor can give you so much data that it almost makes your head spin. So we want to take a couple swings and actually figure out what exactly we need to be looking at to get better.
Okay. If I can give you probably try to give you 6 things that would really benefit you when you're looking at, because it is overwhelming, right? And then sometimes what I find too when we talk about tour averages, people start trying to hit numbers. If the ball's happy, be happy. Don't try to always reach a certain number. Again, there's reasons why they're called averages. It's not every person's at a certain number. So yeah, let's get you on a couple swings here. And
ready.
Now I expect it to be about 180, baby draw.
That was low.
I think we might get another round. Again, I love the replay video though. Every single shot you get to see.
Some of the shots I don't want to see.
Ready.
There we go. All right, and we got a 7-iron there, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so for me, I really don't care about the club face angle. I'm looking more at face to path, right? Because there's going to be a pattern that I'm trying to find. So I want to see what's the pattern that your swing is going to be generating, because that's going to be the pattern that the ball is, right? So if you think of it where my good friend John Dunnigan, he uses the phrase, the face sends it, the path bends it. Okay, so where the face is pointing, the ball is going to start, and the path is going to dictate the curve. So if we're looking down here, again, we got our face angle is closed, but I don't really want to see that. I want to see my face to path. So when we start looking at our path number, so if we got our swing path was 0.7 out to N, okay, so that means we're swinging to the left, which should mean that the ball should curve to the right. Now again, so if our face is closed, that means that the ball started left, and again, because the path was swinging left, the ball is going to curve right. So if we start to understand how the ball and what's making the ball do what it's doing, right? It listened to one person and it was you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there's an important, I give the ratio that I want people to understand. So if we're looking at the face, and this is why I don't want to look at the face angle, it's doing the math for me, right? It's doing the subtraction and addition for me. So that's why I don't really want the face, but it's more because there's a ratio. So if I can get the face to path to be roughly 2/3 or 3/4 of whatever your path is, the ball is going to fall on your target line, right? So I'll give you a kind of ideal scenario, just easy numbers. If you're swinging into out 4 degrees and your face to path is closed 3.5, ball's probably going to fall on your target line. Now if your face to path is 5 and your path was 4, it's going to be a pull draw. Right? So, or if it's your face to path is 2, you're going to hit a push, right? So we start to understand there's actually a ratio. And again, I don't really care what number. Again, when we start looking at players, everybody's unique, right? Everybody's body's different, whatever. The other thing that I'm looking at is I'm looking at smash factor. Now, everybody's going to talk about smash factor is one of the things that it's an efficiency thing. It's okay, that kind of makes sense. But smash factor is derived by ball speed divided by club head speed. And what I explain is smash factor isn't efficiency, it's how much power did you transfer from the club to the ball. Okay? So now again, the max smash factor we can have as a driver is 1.5. If it's higher than that, it's an illegal driver because the ball's too fast. It's jumping on trampoline effect, right? Now, for you, if I'm looking at a 7-iron, that should be roughly about 1.35. The new clubs can get anywhere up to 1.4. Every 1/10 of a point I add is a yard.
Oh, wow.
So if someone comes into my simulator and they're hitting in their smash factor is 1.15, 110, I'm I can get this guy 25 yards like this, let's go. But what affects your smash factor, right? So we got 3 things that are going to affect your distance. You have your club head speed, your ball speed, and loft, in my opinion. Those are your 3 things that are going to affect how far the ball goes the most. So if I go in and see this launch angle for a 7-iron is up over 20, you're making your 7-iron like a 9-iron.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that more loft I have, the less ball speed I have, which means my smash factor goes down, right? My wedge smash factor is going to be like in the 1.1s because the ball's not screaming off the face. So those are my numbers I want to know, because again, I want to know what's creating the pattern in the shape of the ball, but also where am I losing my distance, right? Like, can I get you more, so right now I'm thinking, okay, well, we lost like 7 yards there. Like, I can get you 7 yards. Now, to me, that one was solid, right? Good contact, but the launch angle was good. So it's like, what happened there? So usually when I start seeing smash factor start dropping down, I'm looking at grip, right? So like the biggest thing that usually weak grip is going to affect club face. So if the face is open, which we know the face was open, right? Actually, it was open to the path, okay? But I want to go through and say, okay, like where are we losing that energy? Where are we losing that power, right? So ideally, again, everybody likes to hit a draw, so I always try to get people to hit a draw, but I really don't care whether you hit draw, fade, it doesn't matter to me. Like, what do you prefer to hit?
Ready.
I would prefer draw, but I always hit a baby fade. So I've learned to just play the baby fade and stop trying to do something I can't do.
Yeah.
For me, in looking at this, can we talk about what is ProTee doing with all of this data to help the consumer to actually become a better golfer? When you talk about what can it do, when you talk about the data they're presenting that others can't.
Yeah, so like I think, again, I love the fact that it's watching and giving you an idea what the club face looks like it's doing. Contact on the face is huge. Again, like I understand foot spray, it's a mess, right? Having to clean it off. Like if I can get something that's showing me where the ball is making contact on the face, that's great. To me, contact on the face, though, that's an arm thing. That's a setup thing, right? That might not be a swing thing. So usually arms are too far, too close, posture's bad. So I want to start trying to work on, I want to do as much as I can before you move your swing to impact how we can create consistency. Because that's what everybody wants. Yes. I want to be consistent. I'm like, yeah, me too. But does that mean you want to consistently make contact with the ball? You want a consistent shot shape? Consistently in the air, right? like
what do you need?
Well, yeah, like what everybody's different. So I love the fact that it's giving you, again, a replay of the swing, showing you what the club face, like you're talking about a lot of data though right now.
Yeah.
And I think carry, I really don't care about how much it rolls out on an iron. I want carry. If we're playing and I got to carry it over water or a bunker, that's kind of what I'm going to be looking at, you know?
What I love about the ProTee is the integration with all like the swing cameras, being able to show in slow motion. I know in the past we've had some nights where we'll have some good video of actual balls going in the complete opposite direction, which is great, right, for the comedy side of things. But being able to see, right, like I obviously am not a coach, but I can literally see that my club faces is coming through, right, the rotation happening, right? It's a visualization.
The closure rate,
So to me, that's way beneficial.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's go into your setup for me. Right. So if we want to hit a draw, right? So what I would do is right now when I'm looking at your grip, I don't want you to be able to see the butt end of the club. So nope. So how you're going to do this is we're going to take our grip from up here, number one. So you're going to go in, your left hand's going to come in. Now, if I had a marker, I would put a little dot right on the webbing of your hand. Yep. So if you got a golf glove, you can do that every time. So that feel different?
A little different, yeah.
Okay, so here's a rule. If I'm trying to hit a draw, I have to swing into out. If my face is open, I'm never going to swing into out because that ball's going to hit over here every single time. Somehow our brain gets this, right? So it's like peanut butter and jelly. They go great together. A open face goes great with a left path. So if your grip is weak, right? So weak is not how hard I'm holding it, it's orientation, right? So this is what we call torn neutral right now. So your thumb, the worst place to put your thumb is down the center. Now you can see I bent this. What's this club trying to do already for you?
It's
already trying to shut.
Yeah.
But if I start getting you where the club face is closing, then we can start working and talk path, right? But we can't just change the path if I can't. The face is the first. Like, you have to have face control to have ball control. And if, like, somehow, again, in my mind, our brain, 25 million things per second in the subconscious, you can't tell me she doesn't know where this is at.
Right.
And it's trying to figure it out, right? So again, so don't let this close on you when you start doing that. So right there, and then go ahead and put your right hand on top of that thumb. Love that. And I always stress, this is where we work all day. This is where we're on our phone, we type, we drive. And then golf, we're trying to figure it out with the club down on the ground. Mm-hmm. Get your hands on the club, holding it up here. Think of tennis. We're up here. Think of baseball. Yeah. I'm not grabbing my bat with a bat laying on the ground. I'm grabbing the bat up here, right?
And that's something I've done my whole life probably wrong, is I've always let the club relax.
Yep.
And
So
then I grab here.
Yeah, so I did this where, think of every great player. They're back here, right? They're picturing their target. And usually they might have one hand on the club, but they're picturing where they want to go. They're picking their target. And as they start walking up to that ball, they walk up here and they have their hands on the club. They haven't even gotten to the ball yet.
Right.
And they're already set. And their hands are clamps. And again, the secret's out. They killed the bird a long time ago. Snead said he was holding a bird, like hold a baby. He didn't tell anybody he's holding an eagle, right? So they're gripping it like on a scale of 1 to 10, like an 8, R8. Yeah. They're a 3, but it's R8. But they walk in, then they walk in here, they put that club face down, and they're aiming it very carefully, and then they build their stance out. Right, so like what I would challenge you again in the simulator, try to build it out like you're going to go play golf. So you're not just going to sit here and whack balls, right? Go through your routine, try to build it where it's like autopilot, right? So we get behind it, get our grip up here.
So to me, grip looks good.
Love it.
Run over. I'm going to put a target on, on where I want the ball to go onto the screen. Now
my guess is this is probably good, being that the path was left last time, this is probably going to be a pull hook. But I kind of want to see some pull hooks, so then you can start trusting you're allowed to start shifting the path. Okay. Do you see what I mean?
Yep.
All right. That was solid. Smash factor, 1.37. We just picked up 10 yards. Like again, but did you swing any harder? No, right? No. So like those are the things that are cool for me.
I felt I swung easier.
Right. So here's the number one reason why you can't put your thumb down the middle. You cannot compress a golf ball with a weak grip. Okay. So if I can't compress a golf ball, what's ball compression? That's ball speed. Yeah. Right? So I just gave you 10 yards because we tweaked you. Did you swing faster? I didn't remember what the swing speed was on the last one. I don't think we looked at that.
I was definitely more. I think last was like.
Yeah, but the ball speed definitely went up. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like I want, like, how can I get more out of your swing, right? So more efficient. Yeah. Right. Not trying to swing harder, because now we start messing. Look, contact on the face. Like that's, to me, these are all byproducts, right? So we got our path, again, still a little out to in, but look what did I say was going to probably happen? Right. Face to path was really closed, right? So that's why the ball's left. But here's the thing. Now I can start working on some drills to get you swinging into out, right? If we want to try to get that draw to work. Because again, like the smaller the number, the smaller the curve. I don't care what number it is. I like to keep it under 5 if I can. But you start getting up into like the 10s and 12s, yeah. Usually you're going to be hitting big sling hooks or big slices, right? But it's more what your swing's going to create. What are you going to do, right? So like I want to go through, and being that this is awesome. Like this is, again, we got our angle of attack. Usually if we're coming out to end, that's going to be up because I'm kind of hitting down, right? So that should be kind of like three or 4 down in tour average, right? I always like to know like where low point is too. Can try to like talking divot and stuff like that. But I'm definitely gonna say, okay, now that we're getting this face close, because I can't get you to swing into out if the face is open, right? So now that that's closing faster, closure rate went up 1,000 RPMs, right? So it was like in the 2,000, like 2,200s, I think, on the last one. So that's a 3,200. But again, like, so now we can start talking path, right? So I would get some alignment sticks on the ground, give you some visuals to start working on your in to out action, and be like, okay, hey, like now, and that ball is gonna start out here more to the right, you know, and then come back to the target.
So for me, this has been a pretty quick lesson in how much data that has been provided to you like that.
Yeah, instant.
So to me, the other advantage I'm seeing is that I can go connect with a top 100 coach, and you're based in Virginia, and I can be sitting in my house getting a lesson, and while it's got a foot of snow out where we're from right now, I'm
getting ready to get 2 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like again, there's the opportunities right now are really crazy. Like I'm on an app called Golf Live Plus, do virtual lessons like that.
Could you 5-10 years ago do this without having this kind of data?
It'd be harder.
It'd be harder.
It's harder. Like I think anytime you can measure something, it's great.
Right.
If you came to me in the summertime, I usually don't put anything down because more people are looking at how fast they swing and how far it goes, and it destroys the lesson.
Okay.
Right? Like I need to understand that I want to control and change how the robot's moving. And if I build the robot the way I want, the ball has to listen. Right? So like I don't want you thinking, "Oh, hey, I got to swing faster." But no, you don't. Like you just hit it like technically almost I think 12 yards farther.
Yeah. Right?
Because that was 1.25. You just hit 12 yards farther without swinging harder because you put more into the ball.
Right.
Right? So the ball never lies. So that's where, for me, like I'm always going into saying, hey, like, don't worry about the ball. And it's hard when you can see the ball, what it's doing. It's hard to not watch. It's hard to, and that to me, sometimes outside, it's harder to make that change because they are so impacted by what the ball's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was wicked. But yeah, let's do a little drill for in to out.
All right.
Okay? So what I would do
Ready.
is, so if we had our target line, so go into your setup. Here's what I tell everybody. That grip feels like...
Yeah, just because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah, it feels like dog crap. And you know why? If it didn't, I wouldn't have a job. Right? But there's so many good things that happen when the grip gets better.
Right.
Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top of your swing. Okay? So what I want to try to do, there's two ways we can start to shallow the swing and get a little bit more path. We can get the club where it's a little bit more laid off behind us.
Okay.
But when you come back down, when you get into here, notice where the butt of that golf club's pointing. It's pointing out to kind of like if we were playing baseball, second base, right? This dictates the path right here. So if you were coming out to in, your club looked like that.
Okay.
So now we got to swing left. Okay. So, but the thing that I need to understand is, number one, the grip is going to be important. But if I'm coming down and I'm doing really slow motion swings, and I'm coming down and doing kind of like freezer swings, from here, then I'm releasing down and up and around. But if you can get that club to be a little bit more laid off at the top, usually that's one way that really helps people shallow the swing, because most people are coming steep and over the top. But I'm looking at that position right here. So I'd actually lay an alignment stick on the ground. So I'd have one pointing to my target, and then I have one on a slight angle, and we call that the angle of approach. And when you would come down, this club, so we got that there, so go up to the top of your swing, and I want your club to get parallel to that shaft on the ground as you come down. That would be roughly about a 4-degree in the out path. Right? What you can do now, because we got our club face closing faster, because our left-hand grip is stronger.
Good try.
Yep, let's see it.
Reset.
Love it. You know, again, Vision 54 is great. They talk think box, play box. That's where, again, we're doing all our analyzation, thinking about what we're going to do. That's typical. Guess what that path was, though?
Filled in like I was.
Ready.
Okay, what did I say? What did I say? So don't even look at the screen yet. What did I say that was going to be about? About a 4-degree in to out.
Yeah.
3.9.
Ready.
How money is that? And again, face the pass with, we didn't make good contact, but here's the thing. You just shifted your path almost 4 to 5 degrees in 2 minutes, right? But look at, if we look at the relationship, right? The swing path was 4, face the path was 3. There's our pattern. So now it starts to see, again, you start to see that ratio. So this is where I'm saying people are looking at face angle. I really don't care. I want to see what the pattern is. What's the relationship? What's the ratio, right?
I can't finish that.
Yeah, and I would even say, if we look at the video real quick too, Brian, watch where this club goes up at the top. You can see how this thing, it can still cross the plane a little bit. I'd love to get that still laid off at the top. So you can use like a laser in the grip, or if you had like an alignment stick, I would get it where I want the butted end of that club to point kind of back here out to the left, out in front of you, versus that swing shows you that it was pointing back behind you. Okay? See how it's crossing the plane, so kind of crossing your head. So again, so that's, if you tend to slice it, that's actually one of the bigger reasons why people slice the ball. Again, there are players that actually pick up speed when they cross the plane. Bryson DeChambeau would be an example. I would be an example. I'm allowed to cross the plane, but I can't have a strong grip or I would hook it.
So something that ProTee did for us when we started playing at Nick's shop was the video like this, and I remember watching myself first time going, do I really go back that far? And he's like, you've done it your whole life.
Right.
And I'm like,
yeah, you don't know.
Like
and that's again, like the feel real, seeing it, yeah. And if you don't have a system that's giving, you got a phone that gives you some pretty good video.
Yeah.
So like I tell people all the time, I'm like, record your swing, especially if you're hitting it good. Pretty important.
Back to it.
Yeah. All right, so same thing. So just go to the top of the swing for me and stop at the top. And I want the butt of the club to point towards me. There you go. So that's more laid off. So the club can be at 3 different positions. It can be pointing towards shortstop. It can be pointing towards second base itself, or it can be pointing towards the second baseman. Right. So we want yours pointing more towards the shortstop. It might feel like the third baseman. Yeah, there you go. That's going to give us that path that we want. That was solid. Yeah, smash factor went down a little bit. Ball speed went down again. So smash factor went down. Ball speed went down.
So I felt like I felt that on.
Little out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but so here's what I tell people. Again, it's like I'm predicting the future. I know what's going to happen. What did I say? The ball was going to start going left. Why? Because we made your grip stronger. So it's still, again, like I'm watching that. To me, this is the most important thing. If we want to hit a draw, I need the club to be closed, right? And like it's going to be closed to the path, but the face is really open on a draw because the face is looking to the right of the target line because that's where the ball's starting and the path is in the out, making it curve back to the left, right? But so like again, doing some alignment drills where we're working here. This would be our drill. We got our alignment stick right here. Give your people a little, my favorite drill. So we're just going to take your grip right here. Right, you're not going to hit this drill. If you hit this is a different drill. It's called a rib cracker. You'll find out really quick why, right? But you're going to go up to the top, and see that logo on that thing back there? Yeah. I want that alignment stick to point at that logo. We're not going to hit. We're just going up to the top and stop.
Ready.
Give me a little bit more structure, yeah. But see how you try to fix that? You try to fix that with your pivot, and that's what everybody does. They try to turn less. So turn, fix it with your wrist. There we go. Now you're good. There you go. Nice and slow. Can give me a little more width up there. That left arm, I want a little bit more push out with your right arm. Push out. Yeah, I want this kind of, there you go. That feel different?
Yeah.
Now, here's my thought is the weaker grip kind of messed with you. Usually everything starts with grip. 99% of the time I'm changing somebody's grip. Now, and if you come down really slow, where's that, nope, stop where you're parallel to that. Where's that stick going to be pointing?
Ready.
In the out, right? So that's dictating the path. This is dictating the angle that the club is coming into the golf ball.
So then it's just the rotation.
Yeah. So again, like I want to try to, so what we're talking about right now is, again, we're controlling your club face, and we're seeing that, right, with our face to path and everything. Trying to get you to shift your path now. It's like, okay, well, we got to do some drills for that. But all of a sudden, the pattern can start changing. But it doesn't change if we don't fix the face. So that's where, yeah, this stuff is awesome. All this information is great. But like when I see someone who has an open club face, okay, so if I have an open face, I'm adding loft. If I add loft, I'm going to add launch angle, right? So I got somebody who has a really bad grip. They come in, their launch angle is at 22 on a 7-iron. Tour average is like 16, 17, okay? Smash factor is going to be the 1.16, right? I'm like, okay, I got 20, this guy's walking out hitting it 20 yards farther today. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you start looking at some of the other, like I'm watching spin. Spin's going to be a big factor. So someone, if you ever get like some weird number, you're like, wow, I just hit my 700, 200 yards. It'll be like, okay, well, you caught a knuckleball. This is probably in the 2000s, like a driver.
Right.
But that's what happens when we catch a flyer outside on the course, is the ball's not spinning. So it just goes that extra 20 yards. That's what's actually happening. So sometimes when, especially not so much with photo, but like when I'm using my flight scope for catching the ball, I get some weird spin numbers, right? So photo is always great for inside because you don't need so much space and you're getting some pretty accurate readings. But that's the stuff that I'm looking at.
I mean, as an average, regular old golfer, having this in your shop is
that's
basically
crazy.
Been a game changer.
Yeah.
To be able to speak with a coach like yourself to help me understand what I'm doing wrong and what small changes. I mean, honestly, you can ask Nick, playing golf, I've never been a type to draw the ball, and I just literally come up and started hitting the baby draws.
Yeah. So we, again, like that club still crossed the plane just a little bit. Mm-hmm. To me, that's probably why that path went back to being out to in, a little over again, out to in, over the top, right? But yeah, so like for me, if I was you, I'd be really watching the video, trying to make sure like where's the club at the top, because that's going to start to affect your path.
That's number one for me. I mean, like I said, going and seeing them overswinging on the top, getting over, which to me creates my hands to just basically do some things I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah,
right?
and again, us athletes, we get away with some stuff. Yeah. Coming from other sports, we figure it out.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Mike, this has been great. Gives me something to go back to the lab and start working on.
Yeah, man.
Considering it's only in January, hopefully by March I've got a different swing. To
catch up to your boy.
Well, yeah, that's He keeps working, getting better, and I'm not, unfortunately.
Awesome, man.
Hey, appreciate your time. Thanks, man.
Same.